Good Tuesday morning, everybody. You catch me trying to miss that wall. Oh, blinded. 11 degree start to my working week. Michele was in yesterday, I wasn't. It was height of laziness. I had a bank holiday off. And now that's us, what, a 4-week running until cracky?
4 or 5 weeks, yeah.
4 or 5 week running until cracky. So we need to bottle down, work through it, and yeah, basically. So better get off and get to work. Moving on. Okay guys, that's me at work. Start the working 4-day week. At least it's only 4 days for me. I'm playing Linkin Park all the way in. So, rousing music to get me through the day. Let's see how long it lasts. And that's it. Time for a swap over. Michele's off to work now, and I'm in to work, and yeah, it's all I can say. Moving on. Hi guys, that's the working day over with. We're actually home now, and what's going to happen now is I'm off out and Michele's staying in. It's my turn to go out and leave her, abandon her. So I'm off to film club. See, let's go for a ride. Hi guys, I usually do a bit of vlogging on the way home from work, but I didn't today. The reason being, when I came out of work, I suddenly felt really ill, really nauseous. I was going to be sick. It was weird. Got home and drank a load of water and I was fine. You know, I'll have to watch myself. I don't think I've drunk enough water today. I'm just not used to this weather. It's gone from 0 to -2, 0 to 2 degrees to, well, it's actually 15 degrees at the minute, but it's getting up to the 20s. It just doesn't get up to that temperature. I don't think it's particularly warm, it's just that it's just complete change in temperature. Just struggling to get used to it. I mean, long may it last. Well, it's not going to do, because you might be able to see, but over there there's some big rain clouds on the way. But anyway, I'm off out now to our film club. Michele can't make it tonight because she's not feeling too clever. To be quite honest, I just think she wants a little bit of time on her own as well. She's had no her time for a while. You know what it's like when you're in a family and there's always people around all the time. Sometimes you just need your own space. So I'm giving her a bit of space and getting out of the way and catching up with the film club events as well. So, moving on. Hi guys, that's me on my way home now from film club, and I can say there's a very pleasant smell of farm out and about in the country today. They're obviously spreading again. Yummy. Mind you, makes the potatoes grow. Not go for the nose like it burns holes in it. Anyway, pretty early tonight, it's only 8:10, and it's nice to be going home in the daylight. Actually driving about at this time in daylight. Moving on. Hi guys, it's now a Wednesday morning, halfway through the working week. I forgot to say goodnight last night again, which is getting a bit of a habit. I shall try and endeavour to do better. Well, came home from the meeting last night and was editing tonight's vlog, so I kind of got caught up and it went all dark and I went all tired and stuff. No excuse, but that's what happened. Moving on. Hi guys, there's a bit of a chilly start to the morning and we still haven't got leaves on our tree. Got leaves on some. Right, blossom's coming out over there, so we're not so far away. Sorry, he's looking over my head. Moving on. I'm going to have to yawn now. Excuse me. Okay guys, I've just been listening to the radio and I was only half listening. what I call the tail end of it, and the fireman was complaining because it's hard to clean up chocolate off the roads. So, did you catch the whole story?
Yeah, hanker overturned, spilling several kilometres, spilling molten chocolate over several kilometres, and that's what the fireman's saying, that once chocolate hardens, it's more difficult to get up off the roads in snow.
I think they'll have a lot of volunteers. Had several kilometres of chocolate. Where was that at?
I didn't catch like that.
God damn. Google it though, and we'll get a sat nav and go and help. That's probably. Oh, how good would that be actually? Big tanker comes in, drops chocolate off all off. Several kilometres of chocolate inside your race. You think you'd get sick of it though, wouldn't you? Anyway, that's the news. We're on our way home, obviously, because we're in the car and driving. And it's looking all horrible. It's not raining, but it's looking like it's going to. And it's a little bit muggy. But it's not snowing. Unless you count the chocolate. Moving on. Hi guys, we've not really been doing too much. Michelle's talking to her sister via text. And I'll be watching TV box sets. But now we've got some unboxings. Michelle's got 3 things to unbox. And she's gone all excited now. She might even put her phone down.
My sister. Well, I've got 2 things to unbox.
And 1 thing to show.
Yes. So Alan went to film group last night. And one of the people at our film group is actually a published author. And she very nicely gave me a copy of her first book. So I'm quite excited about reading this.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that quite considerably.
When are you going to start reading it? Or you're off?
I don't know. I've got a lot of books to get through in my to be read shelf, and I'm going shopping with Joe on Saturday. And that's never going to end well. So yeah.
It's not going to end well for your book collection.
It's
For your
going
diminishing book collection.
It's going to end beautifully for my book collection and badly for my bank balance. So, I have got. I've been following Emma Watson's reading group, Our Shared Shelf, and the Our Shared Shelf book for May and June is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. So I have ordered it. I finished Heartberries by Therese Malhout, which was the book for March and April. So I'm really looking forward to reading this as well. It's going to be really, really good. Well, no, it's not actually. It's going to be really thought-provoking, but also I'm really looking forward to it. And you'll be pleased to know they are making it into a film.
Oh, terrific.
So you'll be able to follow it too, sweetheart.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
When are you going to read that one?
I have to read that sometime between now and the end of June.
Have to?
Hmm?
Have to?
Yeah, it's the book club book for May and June, so I have to read it before the end of June. Because that's them's the rules. That's how it works. And this, I have had this on pre-order for a while now. And there's a spider on it. Bye bye, spider.
Well, that could have come from abroad, that spider. It could be deadly lethal.
No, there's a hole in the packaging because it's got. Let me see, it's got damaged. Packaging's got damaged, my book got dented.
Has this book come from South Africa? South America or something?
No.
Because that could be a tarantula.
No, it was tiny, it was a money spider.
Hmm.
So this is the World of All Souls. Now, I absolutely adore Deborah Harkness's All Souls trilogy, which is A Discovery of Witches, Shadow of Night, and the Book of Life. It's right there on the front cover.
I know, I can read it.
So this is a compendium of facts and outtakes from the books and...
Oh, sorry, the camera just went a bit weird then. Okay. I think my batteries are going.
Bits of the history, and I'm just so overjoyed. And I've got the next it's sort of like a spin-off from the trilogy, which is a book that's written from the perspective of Marcus, who's one of the characters in the All Souls trilogy, but not one of the central characters. He's kind of one of the offshooty characters, and that's out in September or October of this year. So I'm really looking forward to that coming as well. But I absolutely loved this trilogy. I tend to reread it once a year or so. In fact, it's probably due a rereading. I don't think I've reread it this year yet.
And when will you be reading that by?
I'll probably listen to it actually. I've got the audiobooks, so I've taken to audiobooking or podcasting while I've been driving. Yeah, because I drive on my own now. Before last year, before I got sick, Alan used to drop me off for work in the morning and he would pick me up. So I was never driving on my own. And now...
Because I kept getting late for work. Because I kept being late for work, we tried it another way, didn't we?
No, because when I went back to work after being sick, you didn't want me working insane amounts of overtime.
Yeah, there is that as well.
So we changed your working pattern, so I have to drive you to work now.
Mm-hmm.
And I now drive on my own, so I've got 40 minutes a day in the car on my own. So I listen to a bunch of podcasts. I listen to Morbid Curiosity podcast. I listen to My Favourite Murder, which Alan thinks is sort of a bit...
Well, it's a bit wrong in it when one of the presenters goes off and murders somebody. Wasn't that what you were telling me?
No, it was somebody on the Facebook group who worked with somebody who killed 2 people.
Oh, I thought
you obviously weren't listening to me when I was telling that story, because what I was trying to illustrate is it just goes to show you don't know anyone.
I thought that you said it was somebody. I heard somebody you work with, and I assumed it was just somebody.
No.
From the podcast of the murdering type people.
No. So I listen to My Favourite Murder. I listen to serial killers and cults, which are both podcasts, and they're excellent. But I also sort of intersperse that with audiobooks. I just finished listening to Thief of Time again. I love Thief of Time, and I love the narrator they've chosen for the Terry Pratchett books. He's really Nigel Planer, yeah. He does death so well. And I love Thief of Time. I've decided Thief of Time has to be my favourite Terry Pratchett book. Discworld Terry Pratchett book. It is my absolute favourite.
See, my problem is when he starts reading things, all I visualise is a hippie and the young ones. You don't know what that is, do you?
I know.
Nigel playing up at the hippie and the young ones.
I know the young ones was a TV program.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Well,
never
Rick
watched.
Mail, Ed Edmondson, Nigel Planer, and the other one what nobody's ever heard of ever again. I don't remember his name.
Anyway, he's brilliant. He's a brilliant person to read books. So he does a lot of the Terry Pratchett books, and he's really good at it. It's the same as the Agatha Christie's, the Poirot audiobooks that I've got. My favourite ones are the ones that are read by
David Suchet.
And the other guy.
Captain Hastings.
Whatever his real name
is. Go on.
Hugh Fraser.
Yes.
So yeah, so I might audiobook them. I might audiobook my way through The World of All Souls before September, before the new book comes out, and get that done. And so excited! I actually full out fangirl squeed. Ransom Riggs is releasing a new Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children novel.
Yes, I was sitting here when you did that.
He might have nearly had a heart attack. He was asleep when I made this high-pitched squealing noise when I saw it on Twitter. So that's on pre-order as well, and that's out in October. So yeah, so very excited about that as well.
And before my battery goes on my gimbal, because that's what the bag camera is for. It's not because I'm rubbish at it. Well, it is as well. We're going to call it on a vlog for tonight. Oh, that's Wednesday night over with. Friday Eve is upon us tomorrow. So, okay. Oh, Michelle's just rubbing her eyes. Okay, so I've lost my track, so I better just end it. So, with that, it's a good night from me.
And it's a good night from him.
Good night. See you all in the morning.